my beautiful Gemini, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your full moon reading for December 2021. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I'm truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder that this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details and I will never ask you for your personal details either. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? So moving straight on to your reading, my beautiful Gemini, I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, so this is the last full moon of 2021. It happens to be in your sign and it forms an exact opposite with the sun in Sagittarius on the 18th of December, which is today, of course. It powerfully aligns with Jupiter, the planet of good luck, expansion, and opportunity. So it's a very positive alignment that brings opportunity out of nowhere. So expect your energy to feel a little bit more boosted. Also, those dreams and goals that you've been working towards, hold true to your vision. You're going to get a 2-week portal of manifestation. It's at its strongest for the next 2 weeks. It starts today, okay? So you'll feel a little bit more mental clarity on what it is that you want to achieve. Also, you'll feel a little bit more creative, a burst of progressive energy. It occurs just before Venus goes in retrograde, of course, which brings structure and harmony when it comes to aligning yourself with some sort of plan or strategy as you move into 2022. Now, it happens to be one of the most important full moons for you. Your first house is activated of self-identity and self-realization. So I feel like you'll be making some major decisions in terms of your life in general, but also in terms of contracts, important conversations, you'll be having those as well. But it's also about aligning yourself with what you truly desire. Now, I'm going to get all of the cards before I start your reading, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. And because this is a different energy reading than usual, I have to get all the cards so that I can feel the full force of the energy before I move forward. Now, also, I will be running a free competition for 1 lucky subscriber to win a free personal reading. And I'll let you know how to win that right at the end of this particular reading, as some people are here only for the messages and some people are here for both. So far you got Walk the Path, okay? So that is definitely something that is starred for you in particular during this full moon period. We've got the Tower energy there. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, great angels. You may shock a lot of people. You're doing something very, very different because the Tower is actually in your protagonist energy. Something that's been stalemate, been stuck for a while, it's coming to a conclusion, and I feel like it's bringing a really positive outcome. There's a lot of abundance here. You've got the sun and the earth energy, the world there. So let us move forward. That's your fated energy. I will be going and getting the details for you as well. We've got the Rider, so you're definitely taking action on something. You're in pursuit of happiness. Of course, I mean, what person isn't? But I feel like you're making some radical changes that are going to really surprise a lot of people, okay? You're making these sort of decisions. Now, just as I sort of move these cards over here, they're showing me a screwdriver. Is that a screwdriver? Yeah, that's a screwdriver. Yeah, they show me a screwdriver. I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading. So either you're doing some sort of DIY as you listen to this reading, or you're fixing something as you're listening to this reading. Please take it as it resonates. It's not going to resonate for everyone. I mean, you could have just gone to the DIY store and bought a screwdriver. So please take it as it resonates. It's not going to resonate for everyone, of course. If it does not resonate for you, doesn't mean it's not your reading, just means they want that person to pay close attention to the reading as their attention may have wavered, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. something is definitely coming to an end here, and you're planning it. You're the one who's actually planning this. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Whoa, I gotta go get that card. They want one more, so I will give it. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Let me just go get that card. One moment, please. I'm just going to bring it over here so that you don't have to watch me on camera bending over, seeing my butt bending over to get the card. So we have the Devil card that came before. Now they wanted 8 cards, they've said. Normally they want 6, but we've got 2, 4, 6, 7. So they want one more. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know? And we've got Strength. Okay, so you're making some really big changes in your life. You're the one who's activating this change. So let us see what is going on here for you. The first deck I'm using is the Money deck by Mahrukh X. We've got Work Smart, Mechanic. Oh my gosh, you've got a mechanic. Someone who's fixing things, okay? We've also got growth, financial growth. So work smart. So you could be leaving something or changing something radically to work smarter, not harder, okay? But grow your money. It says here, work smart. And as you can see, that person, it looks like they're really thinking about something. They're mulling up some changes. And as you can see, really quirky outside the box. This person, like, they're wearing their glasses on their mustache. Okay, so I feel like you can, it's inner vision. This is something that you're getting clear on, but you're just weighing it up right now. It may be outside the box. I feel like it's really quirky kind of energy. And it says here, are you making it harder than it has to be? Sometimes the solutions are really that simple. Perhaps it's time to clean house, personally and professionally, and start with a clean palette. That's what your first house is about, you know, coming back to the center, coming back to yourself. And it says, stick to basic needs when it comes to money and spending. Put some money aside. Now, of course, not everybody has that luxury of being able to put money aside, but I really do feel like this energy coming off here where you're going to implement some major changes to make your money work for you, or something is going to work for you and you're not going to, I feel like you're making a lot of effort, of course, but I feel like you will be able to breathe a little bit easier. You're going to downsize your effort on that. Let me just pull a quick card on that Work Smart for you. Thank you so much for it, guys, Great Angels. Yeah, because it's been a bit burdensome. The 10 of Wands, something's really heavy here. So it's almost like, is something harder than it needs to be? I mean, that's basically exactly the card. Yeah, it's causing you perhaps a lot of stress, a lot of sadness. It could also be, the Three of Swords tends to be about, letting go of something or loss in some way. So you may have felt like there's been a loss here and you're trying to find a solution, and you've been working really hard to find a solution, but sometimes it's like coming back to your center. Rest, yeah. It's almost like after whatever this was, because you got a Tower energy. Now, although you got a Tower energy, I feel like you are activating radical changes. This may have come from some sort of upheaval, but it's almost like if you don't get some rest, you will be exhausted and, you will be broken. And therefore, both emotionally and physically, it's almost like there will be the straw that breaks the camel's back and you need to get some rest. The Four of Swords there, clarifies it's time to take a break because you're exhausted and that you are protected at this time. The world will continue. It's not all going to come crumbling down if you take a little bit of me time, okay? So work harder, work smarter, not harder. How's life received? Thank you so much. Ace of Swords. Knight of Wands. Now you may have felt in the exhaustion or whatever it is that you've been doing, you may have felt like you've lost your motivation or your drive for something. And I feel with the Ace of Swords there, I feel like you've got a bit of a mental blockage. So for example, if you're a writer, you may have writer's block, or if you've normally you're the sort of person who's got loads of ideas, it's almost like you've become really clouded or a little bit blocked. It's because you're overworking yourself. You're trying too hard. Okay. Now there's always those moments where we're like, my brain's not working. And it's because there's just a lot going on and you just got to get some rest. And then clarity will, this will turn into this. So I feel your motivation, your drive will come back. your focus, you'll be refocused, but they really want you to take some sort of break because it's harder than it needs to be right now. So even if you're feeling like I can't see a way out of a situation, just take a break. And it's really wonderful. The brain, once you give it a bit of a rest, it actually, in that rest, even in its sleep, like 40 winks, as they call it, like a cat nap, your brain actually tries to work out the conundrum for you. And you may dream of a solution, or when you wake up refreshed, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I know what I need to do now. And then you proceed, okay? So they just want you to get some rest there. Now we've got mechanic. Now, mechanics, of course, they fix things. So something that maybe has broken needs to be fixed in terms of your career or in terms of the way that you feel about it. Maybe you're so overworked that you feel like you've been broken by 2021. So it says, mend what needs mending. It might be broken, but all is not lost. So it's not over here. It says, consider a career as a mechanic in automotive, aerospace, or repair technician. I mean, that's quite a specific thing. It doesn't have to be those exact sort of areas, but I feel like you're really good at fixing things. You're really good at finding a solution to things as well. You know, you are the sign of communication, but also about logic, intelligence, you know, ideas. So it's really unusual for you to be running out of like ideas and things like that unless you are overworked or your mind is like, you know, almost like burnt out. And it says here, you have the ability to easily fix your finances, but a sacrifice may be needed. So you may be letting go of something in order to do something else. I mean, it's not a coincidence that they showed me a screwdriver before your cards came out. So they're showing me something here you want to attend to that you feel needs fixing. Now that it doesn't have to be about work. It can be about a relationship. It could be about a friendship. It could be about something in particular that you feel like you need to attend to and pay a bit more attention to. But I would get some rest before you do it, okay? We've also got growth. So financially, there is a reward on offer here for you. There's either some sort of promotion or it could be a job that brings more money in, a second job perhaps, because you are the sign of duality. But I feel like it could be a raise or some sort of opportunity that brings more money. Now, economically, it's very difficult around the world at the moment, so there's not much opportunity for financial gain in companies, but I feel like you may be surprised, okay, with this. It says, money will soon start flowing into your business or to you through business. Expect good news in money matters, a raise or a new job offer. Promising opportunities are awaiting you. So there's definitely some sort of growth here in your career that brings more finances. I do feel like it's going to be offered to you, and it's going to be for something that you enjoy doing. So I feel like you'll find your motivation, your drive, your spark for whatever it is that you want to do. And I feel like you sort of springboard from there, okay? Now we have walk the path. And it says, you have to do what is right for you. No one walks in your shoes. Comparing life's social pressures. So, of course, you know, you may be feeling exhausted because you're trying to keep afloat or overcome any obstacles that 2021 has thrown up, and they've thrown up quite a bit for a lot of people. But only you know what you're going through, and only you know how to walk that journey. So don't let anyone, you know, don't pay any attention to anyone who feels like they want to judge you in some way. Also, you've got to do what is right for you and you alone. It's number 80 when you reduce it. 8 plus 0, of course, is 8, which is the number of self, the number of strength, the number of courage. And I feel like you're finding the path that is right for you. This is a time period where you are, it's almost, because they're showing me a lone wolf right now. You didn't get a wolf here, no. They're showing me a lone wolf right now, which lone wolf tends to be the pathfinder. So you may be weighing up where you go to next. You may be weighing up your choices as to what do you do next that is alignment with your heart, okay? Because your heart will always lead the way. Also, I feel like you're seeing your world in a bird's eye view. You're being quite critical. You've got a critical eye looking at things, honing in on things. And asking yourself really big questions like, do you still want to do this? Is this in alignment with your highest self? It's been a difficult journey, but I feel like you're strong enough to take it, okay? Because there's some really good stuff coming here for you, but I feel you've had a difficult path up till now. They're really indicating that you've been resourceful with the bare minimum. okay? Bare minimum, you've been very, very, very resourceful, and you're about to rise. Because I feel like it's like eagle. The eagle is sort of symbolic of freedom, but also of, seeing things from like a bird's eye view, rather than just getting lost in the details. And I feel like you're seeing the way ahead very clearly. You're going to get a moment of clarity, and you won't allow all the little details to sort of cloud your way, okay? I feel like it is a positive way ahead to something quite exciting, but there's some worry along the way. There's some anxious energy coming out in your reading, but you're in the planning stages of doing something quite radical that brings you a lot of success, a lot of stability, a lot of loyalty, and a lot of abundance. But the undercurrent here is bringing some fear, maybe fear of loss, maybe fear of isolation in some way. But let's see. It says here, ask questions from your heart and you will be answered from your heart. No matter what, the heart must be engaged either way. So it is about following that heart space, okay? Open your heart chakra and it will lead the way. Also, listen to your heart. It whispers. We live in a society now where we are bombarded with news, with information, with noise, and it's very difficult to really engage with our whispering heart. So find some time to meditate, or some silent time, even if it's 10 minutes, to really connect to how you feel and what it is that you truly want, because sometimes we become disillusioned or just disconnected from our true heart space, okay? So just be a bit mindful of that. Now, this is the big change energy. We've got the Tower, but this is in your protagonist energy. This is not happening to you. You are making this happen. Okay, I hope that makes sense. If it was happening to you, I feel like it would be in this position, in the middle position there, because that would be the resistance position. Okay, so the Tower indicates you're making some radical changes. You've been feeling stuck or stagnant, maybe even planning some changes that it's taken you a long time to get round to taking action on it. And it's been difficult, frustrating. The Tower energy is not an energy to be feared. It basically means radical changes, or making some unwanted changes. But you feel like you have to make an upheaval in part of your life to not just start again, because I feel like you're not really starting again. I feel like you're starting from experience in some way. You maybe, something is just not happening for you, no matter how hard you try. The Tower basically means surprise. So I feel like you are going to surprise a lot of people by making a radical shift in your world to come out of your comfort zone. Okay, prison is sort of, that's a sort of energy that the Tower represents, prison, okay, where you feel stuck. You feel like you got no options, or you're going round and round circles, or you feel really comfortable in an area where you feel like, well, what's the point in stepping out of a comfort zone? It's fine just where I'm at. Now, there's a difference, of course, between feeling stuck and feeling comfortable, okay? So I feel more that you've been feeling stuck in a certain area and you recognize something needs to change. And I feel like you are taking control of your life and making those changes, okay? The lightning bolt is representative of fate intervening in your situation to bring and help you affect change. Okay, so the lightning bolt makes that Tower go on fire so that things become so uncomfortable in your world that you must make radical changes. So that could be anything, but I feel like you are making those changes for your own highest good. It often brings very positive changes that are transformative of your world to elevate you. And basically, I feel also that you are keeping your eyes wide open during this time period to intuitively feel any radical changes coming towards you, so that you can avoid anything that would be negative or detrimental to you. Okay, so as you can see, those two butterflies, they exit the Tower, because if they stayed where they were, the Tower's on fire and they would be burnt, it would be over. But they're making change. The butterflies represent change, coming out of a stagnant energy in order to fly, basically, and elevate in some way. So I feel like you are becoming. So let me just pull a quick card on this Tower energy. You may have felt like, for example, whoa, okay, that was quite explosive energy, but it's the Nine of Pentacles. I'm just going to reach over here and get that. It's the Nine of Pentacles. Self-sufficient. So even in radical changes, I feel like you are being self-sufficient. So I feel like you're making some major changes that will shock a lot of people. Perhaps you're deciding to leave a company and set up your own business, become self-sufficient, or you are giving your attention to something else that will financially be a lot more rewarding and give you a lot more freedom. And you know, there may be a trickle of money coming on in from somewhere else, because I feel there's two sort of piles of money there. I feel like your attention is going on to the one that really sort of connects to your heart. So being that sign of duality, I feel like you are thinking about two streams of income. Now, you may have learnt from the pandemic, you may have lost your job, for example, during this period, or you've had to have some radical changes to your working life during this period, but I feel like you are self-sufficient and you are making it work for you, okay? The Nine of Pentacles tends to be a solitary energy, but it doesn't have to be. What it does mean is that you're taking care of business and you are thriving. So I feel like financially there is gain coming towards you. So they're definitely indicating financial growth occurring for you here, especially. So I feel like you are prepared for whatever changes are necessary. I feel like you've got this. And I feel like it will bring you some element of freedom, but I feel like you're in control of the changes that are occurring during this full moon period. And it may surprise a lot of people, okay? Only because they recognize their own limitations, and they may think that, oh, what if you can't do it? And you're like, don't give me that negativity. I can do it. Because if you believe you can, then you absolutely can. But if you believe that you cannot, of course, you'll lose the motivation, the drive, or the energy to do it. I feel like you've already experienced that, and I feel like you're trying to find that motivation to make some real big changes in your life to find your happy space. I mean, you're headed towards the sun energy, but it's in the resistance position, the middle position, so it's like I got it like this. So something here has been in delay, and I feel like you're radically changing things in order to move things forward and step out of a cycle that's been keeping you in suspension or keeping you suspended in some way, because that's not really gratifying. You know, you don't want to be temporarily on hold for anything. I also feel like that you sacrifice quite a lot. There's been moments of sadness. I feel like you're really trying to tie up loose ends though, and I feel like your challenge here is there's been moments of confusion. So I feel you're gaining clarity as you move through that full moon period in order to thrive and blossom. Okay, there's a lot of personal growth occurring for you, especially because that first house is activated during this time. I also feel that there's going to be some sort of reward or some sort of recognition or appreciation for what you do, because the sun, I feel, is going to bring joy, positivity, relationships are blossoming. There's just a good vibe to this. I feel like you're trying very hard to remain positive during these changes, but it will bring some sort of reward at the end of it, okay? Even though you have doubts and fear about this transition, or whatever it is you're planning, you're nervous, and you're not sure if it's going to work out in your favor, but I feel like you're being strong, and I feel like there is an offer coming on in here for you as well. Now, we've got the World, which represents abundance, a new cycle, tying up loose ends. They just want you to finish what you start, because there's new change, there's new opportunities coming here. So it's like, be ready for the new changes. Okay, the World card tends to have a victory wreath on it, so I feel everything comes into balance. You've got a healthy dose of like fire, water, earth, air influencing your decisions, which means everything is in balance. You've got the inspiration, the motivation, the drive, you've got the passion, you've got the emotions. Intuitively, you're feeling your way. You've got a grounded foundation, you're attracting more money. You've got ideas, and you've got you know, powerful, creative energy swirling around you. So I feel like you've got everything you need to create what it is that you want to achieve. But I feel it's about putting yourself in that position in the first place to be able to activate it or take action towards it. So I feel like it's almost like you're getting all your ducks in a row. You're creating a plan, especially since we've got the Two of Wands there for planning. But these are quick changes. So either you, I mean, you could be still getting over, or you could be still getting over something that happened quite quickly or quite shocked you, for example, and you're making changes because of that. I still feel like you're in control of the change now, but you may not have been in the past. There may have been something that really shook your foundation and you've had to rebuild, but now that you're in control, you're rebuilding bigger, better, stronger, okay? It's number one. which is the rider, which means that there is some quick change, or you're making some speedy moves towards something that is going to really fulfill you. As you can see, this rider is about to ride off into the sun, and you're headed into the sun and to complete something, complete a cycle that will bring fulfillment and satisfaction. I really feel like this is a stable foundation as well. Horses represent loyalty, but also speed and being able to leap over any obstacle that's in the way. So I feel like you are controlling that in some way. I mean, the rider is in control of the horse. So I feel like you're in control of the changes that you're making. So don't be afraid of that tower. Now we've got number 18, which is of course moon energy, which is uncertain energy. And we've got the dog. Now the dog represents security during uncertain times. So I feel I feel you're going to recognize that your soul tribe, people around you that you really care about, they're very loyal to you, Gemini. They would do anything for you. And I feel that you're going to uncover a person in particular's loyalty to you. It's almost like they may have given you like a good review behind your back, or they put in a good word for you behind your back. I feel like you're going to discover someone's loyalty towards you during the full moon period over the next 2 to 3 weeks. Okay. Now you may be actually physically taking a move. So you may be actually deciding to make a major change in your home life, like you want to live by the sea, or you want to live somewhere that brings a bit more peace. And you may do it like all of a sudden. You may think about it and then start looking, and all of a sudden you found a place of your dreams, and you didn't expect to find it that quickly, because the World card represents, physical movement, maybe even emigration. You may be thinking about moving to another country even, but it's about achieving a goal that requires some sort of action. So you're implementing the change, the actions, and then it blossoms and you achieve it. This is accomplishment right here. It brings in something really stable and exciting. We've also got number 31, it's the sun. Now when you reduce 3 plus 1, of course, it's number 4, the Emperor energy. Your strategy is a winning formula. You will be successful in whatever it is you're planning. And the sun, of course, you've got this, it's almost like you're setting out to find your happiness, or you're setting out, the challenge here is finding the sun energy, and this rider is setting off to reach the sun, and the end card is the sun. So whatever it is, there is a lot of abundance coming here. Whatever it is that you're planning or intending to do, I would feel the fear and do it anyway, because it looks like it's going to be, bang on point. It's going to be successful for you, and it's going to bring you a lot of peace. You're a visionary, they're giving me. You're a visionary. Your thoughts become things. So, even though that there is a little bit of nervousness here, I feel like that is the only thing that's blocking your path. Have courage and everything will be well. We've got number 2. We've got the 2 of Wands there, which is waiting for results or making a choice. Or weighing up your options. You're in the planning stages of something. Okay, 2 of Wands can be that you're finding that motivation and trusting in the unknown. You're mapping your progress so far, but something is calling you to do something different. So I feel like you're looking at planning further afield. You're actually aligning yourself for what you truly need. So, and I feel those things will actually make themselves known towards you. So for example, if you're like, I want to fix this bike and I need a screwdriver. One shows up like, oh, there it is. I feel like it's not going to be like that, but I'm trying to give you an example that connects obviously to that screwdriver that they showed me. So I feel like you're going to have all the tools you need to implement the changes. Okay. We've also got it's interesting. We've got a big run of fear. Okay. And it starts with the 5 of Pentacles. So it can mean that you're either walking away from a position that paid you money, maybe even paid you good money, and you feel like you're going to take a financial hit in some way to do something else that you really enjoy doing. It's going to be more rewarding on the other side, okay? So you're going to, I feel like there's not really going to be much losses here. I feel like it is a worry about loss. It could also be a worry about isolation, because you're a very, how can I put that? You're a very social creature, Gemini. Now, of course, you have your moments of not wanting to see anybody, but normally you like communication. You like to discuss things with people. You like a good debate. You love that energy of connection with other people. And there may be something here that you're thinking about doing. You know, the tower represents isolation as well, and this rider is all by themselves. So you may be fearing that if you're deciding to be your own boss, step into a leadership role or a role of responsibility in some way, you may feel like it's going to be a lonely task. It's something you're going to do. So you may miss being with other people, because we got the sun, we got the moon card there, which represents fear. Also, it represents illusion, trying to shed illusions of fear. We've also got the Ten of Swords. Something is coming to an end. So you're worrying about ending something, but you're actually, you know, the Eight of Swords tends to be about there's something you're not seeing. Okay, it's almost like you're not seeing that the fear is in your mind, and it's just to safeguard yourself. It's almost like you're preparing yourself to fail, but you're not going to. The Devil card says this is the thing that may be keeping you stuck, or you're obsessing about it. It's going to keep you stuck. The Eight of Swords is there to illuminate or allow you clarity to see that you're not stuck. It's just something here. They just want you to have courage to see the vision through to the end. I hope that makes sense. I'm just going to pull a quick card on that Devil energy. Thank you. Okay, straight away. I mean, the Devil in reverse. I love it when they do that. Basically, they're like, release the fear, release anything toxic, release anything that's holding you back. The Devil card is anything that you're bonded to, or anything that you feel, is controlling you in some way. Release the control it has over you, because you're meant to move forward. Yeah, look at that. You've got a lot of choices. The Seven of Cups here is like you have a lot of choices coming towards you, and you know, you got a lot of options, so you get to choose where you go. I also feel like you're feeling fear because of what you've experienced in the past. You may have felt like things don't always turn out the way that I want, so I just feel a little bit nervous that I'm making some big moves here, and what if they don't work out? I feel like you're looking at what's happened before, but remember, there have been some wins. You know, there's a victory wreath right there. There's also jewels there. You know, of course, there's a tower right there, but I feel like you're in control of the tower energy at this time. We've also got the Five of Cups. It is in the reverse. Very important that it's in reverse, because that means hope returns. Okay, that means you're going to move on. It's all going to be fine. I don't feel like you're going to regret anything that you leave behind. You're going to look at loss in a different way. It's almost like, look at what I'm set to lose, but look at what I'm set to gain. And it's so much more positive than what you had in the first place. Okay, so I feel like you're detaching yourself from that fear. Now we've also got, okay. They're giving me a song. Now this is not going to connect to everybody, that's for sure. They're giving me a song, and it is I think it connects to Noah's Ark. I hope I'm getting this right. The animals went in 2 by 2, hurrah. Now I don't know what that is, but I think it. When I'm thinking about animals going in 2 by 2, I mean, my readings are not meant to be religious in any way, shape, or form. Noah's Ark. So maybe that's safeguarding yourself against something. If you think about it, you're preserving something. I'm not really sure. I mean, not unless you've recently had a flood, for example, or there's flooding. I mean, I wouldn't put it past the world at the moment. There's been a lot of floods going on in various places, even places that have never had floods before. Us humans, we've done a terrible thing when it comes to the world, but hopefully we'll get ourselves back to some sort of space where we can heal the planet. But I'm not really sure what that's about, so I'm going to have to leave that there, okay? If it connects to you, then let me know in the comments box below, but I'm not really sure, so I'm just going to move past that energy. But we got the Queen of Cups. You're navigating any changes with your intuition. I mean, it even says intuition right there. And I feel like you're taking some time out to really rest and have some self-care. The Queen of Water, or the Queen of Cups, tends to be a healer, someone who is comfortable in their own skin. So I feel like even though there's a little bit of nervousness, you're going to reach a point where you become really comfortable with the choices that you're making, and you're going to have courage and the strength to see it through to the end. I mean, the fated energy means that there's victory here. There's reward. So whatever it is you feel like you're coming out of a comfort zone, I feel you're going to survive and thrive. It's going to be very, very successful as long as you follow your heart, okay? I would protect your emotions, my beautiful Gemini, because sometimes, especially when you've got, I mean, you could be leaving a negative or toxic situation here, whether it's a workspace or whether it is a relationship that you gave a lot of love to. The Queen of Cups tends to be like an overgiver kind of energy, someone who, you know, it has a lot of love to give, a lot of respect, and is worthy of all of that right back. But it tends to mean that people take advantage of that energy sometimes. So I'd be a little bit mindful, especially since it's coming right back off that devil energy. So I feel it could be like something that was very toxic, made you feel very worried and isolated, is coming to an end. So please apply it to your situation. I feel like there's more peace. I feel like you're coming back to your center. You're going to take some time to heal, and you're going to make some really big moves that you're going to be proud of. Your future self is actually going to thank you for them in the future, okay? And finally, we've got that Strength card. So you've got this. This is about overcoming all of those obstacles with, you know, patience, perseverance, and I feel like, you know, your inner power, your inner resolve shows you that you are capable of creating something wonderful even in the storm, something that brings peace. So even out of radical change, and I'm a Scorpio, you know, and you've got that Scorpio Aries energy, I understand that sometimes you have to break things apart in order to put things back together in a more peaceful, harmonious, prosperous way. So I feel like you're doing something. It's almost like you're ripping stuff up. You're starting something new that may surprise a lot of people, but it brings a lot of good stuff at the end of it. So I would hold true to your vision. Again, work smarter, not harder, because I feel like you're already exhausted. Okay, I'm just going to, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know? I mean, because they gave that song about flooding, or, well, I guess Noah's Ark or something, which tends to be about flooding. I mean, you could have had a flood, for example, and you're trying to fix it. That's why it's like that fixing energy. I'm not really sure, so I'd love to hear from you if that's you. Anyway, we've got trepidation, which is being cautious. Okay, it's number 5, which is the Hierophant energy. So I feel like you're trying to learn and find out information, and you may be cautious about things. You're trying to see the wood for the trees. And it says, push through the shadows, push through the fear, unclear, fear, darkness. So push through. There is a light at the end of the tunnel there, my beautiful Gemini. There is a positive energy on the other side. And we've got number 44, explore. New territory, discover. And I feel like that's what you're doing. You're being enthusiastic to go further afield, come out of a comfort zone. There's a new adventure here for you. And I feel like you are unstoppable in that energy to achieve what you truly desire. But I feel like you have to come out of your comfort zone to do it. That's what that tower represents, coming out of the comfort zone in order to shake up the energy. So your exploration will lead you to discover some true happiness. Now, true happiness comes from within, of course, but I feel like the changes that you're implementing will be very positive for your future. And as I said, your future self will thank you for them. So I'm just going to get an affirmation card before we close. You may even come to a very personal realization as well about what has been keeping you stuck and be making some changes as well there. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. They want me to go one more, so I'm giving that for you. So it has, I am responsible for my life. And that's what I feel like. You are responsible for the changes. You're making the changes. So you're owning it. Again, it's number 5. So let's start seeing the synchronicities that are happening in your reading as well. Two number 5s there. And we've got number 30. I am ready. So you're ready for this. You've got this. Okay. So major leap of faith happening here for you. Something new. You may be worried about it, but it's going to work out exactly in your favor. It's number 30. When you reduce it, 3 plus 0 is, of course, 3, which is the Empress card, which means something that you're working towards will blossom and thrive. There is abundance there, okay? Trust yourself and trust your intuition. I'm just going to get a trinket before we close. Oh, Aha, okay. So we have an angel. Now, I just did a Pisces reading, and they also got this particular angel. I close my eyes and it just feels like metal in there, so I don't really know what I'm picking up. Apart from that sort of crystal heart, sometimes I can feel the difference. But your guides are with you. They're guiding you through these troubled times. You will be coming out the other side. There is a lot of positivity. There is a win here for you, okay? But I feel like you're exhausted. So just make sure you rest. Reach out to your guides when things become a little bit burdensome for you. They're there, they can help you, but they don't intervene unless you ask them to or unless you're in danger, okay? So ask them for help. Also, ask them for a sign that they walk with you. They're actually showing me an image right now. One moment, please. What is that? Okay, I can't quite tell what this is, but it's like a little red disc. Little red disc. I'm not really sure what that is. That's going to be of no help to you whatsoever. I'm so sorry. Could you show me a little bit more clear? It's like got markings on it. It's a little red disc. I'm not sure. I don't know what it is. So it could be like a little ornament or something. It's red. It's round. It has some markings on it. It catches your eye, whatever this is. It lets you know that your guides are with you. So either you already found that or you're about to find it in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Look out for that, okay? So they're with you. They want me to put this on the sun. Okay, it's that one. That's the hottest one. So this is the one they want it on, okay? So they're guiding you towards that happy space. I'm going to leave it there, my beautiful Gemini. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. If you would like to be given the chance to win a free personal reading, all you have to do is play a particular song that they asked me to, my guides asked me to get you to play, which is Jackie Wilson, Your Love Lifts Me Higher and Higher. Okay, they showed me an image from a film, or a scene from a film rather, that was from Ghostbusters 2, and they played the music really loud. It's about raising vibrations. So they want you to play that loud and, really feel the music. Dance to it if you want to, but really feel it in your bones. And when you're doing it, really think of something you want to manifest, okay? Because music helps you manifest quicker because you raise your vibrations. So think about one thing as you're listening to that song and really go with that song. And then in the comments box below, put this sentence: love lifts me higher and higher. Love lifts me higher and higher. And I'll go through each and every one of your comments and I'll heart them just to let you know that I've seen them and entered it into the competition. And then my guides will pick one lucky subscriber on the 31st of December, and I'll announce the winner's name in a video upload. Okay, so you will know if you want it in the video upload. So thank you so much, my beautiful Gemini. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very important for me. Thank you so much, my beautiful Gemini. Love and light.